Good evening, everyone, and a Star Saber here once again. Tonight I'm going to do an arena match, kind of demonstration for my shard mates. I seem to be struggling against the IG-88 General Grievous team, which is understandable. If you're running a Revan, Darth Malak team, you're very susceptible with all the debuffs on you. So that's just something that I've discovered. What I've discovered though is that the Padme team, or the Galactic Republic Padme team, is a very successful counter. The reason being, all that protection up makes the team a lot more sturdy. It's a lot slower than most of your Malak teams, but it does take a lot of a beating and then can return it very well. So you find that Grievous can one shot a Darth Malak team is not necessarily as good at taking out a Padme team as quickly, and I'll try to demonstrate that for you here today. So a little bit about the mods here and the modding strategy. Now, I put the most effort into Jedi Anakin here, and the way I've modded him is for potency and offense. And the reason for that is you want him to hit hard and you want him to land um, his debuffs, especially heal block and buff block, as much as humanly possible. So you can see strong potency. I used to have much stronger potency, but I've discovered the trade up of offense has been a very important change. So you can see his damage is very high with 8480 physical offense. And I believe he's mostly a physical offense dealer, and he's got a lot of crit chance as well. I did not put anything in crit damage this time. It could be something you could apply if you have a triangle mod with it. Might get you a little more bang for the buck, and I'll probably be looking for one in the future. But for now, I mean, you can see the mod itself. It's got 16 speed and 6.32% potency, as well as it's got some offense on the mod itself. So he hits pretty hard is the bottom line here. So that's kind of the goal with Jedi Anakin. Now I've put some relics on some of the other characters. Padme specifically, you can see I've given her a lot of health mods. So she's actually got 7,600 health, 63,000 protection, speed about 218. So she's much slower than most of your Malak team members. But the idea is here she takes a pretty big punch and she delivers some damage too. She's got some pretty good physical offense. So you'll see when she stacks up a lot of the courage, her hits can usually one shot a lot of things. Next along the line is C3PO. He's designed to be fast. He's supposed to be the fastest character in your team. Still slower than you're probably used to with the Malak team. Only 282 speed on him, but it's good enough to go first, and he's got a decent amount otherwise of health protection and potency are really the kind of things I shot for with C3PO. Next on the list is General Kenobi. General Kenobi, of course, he's a tank. You want him to be beefy, so and I did to some extent, but not as much as you might think. So he's only got about 56,000 health, 62,000 protection, got 121 speed. I designed him to be almost as fast as 3PO, not quite. And other than that, he's just there to take a lot of the beating there. And once he gets protection up, that usually compensates quite a bit for the lack of health that I've been able to add to him, because I have to compensate for some things with other things. Ahsoka, offense and health is where I went to here. She does actually have crit damage in her mod, so she actually has that on her triangle. And that was one of my big things. Pretty decent health boost. I mean, for her, this is a lot of health. You can see 842 health, 672,000, 665. You can see there's health on just about all the mods. And speed, I made her slightly faster than Padme. That was kind of the goal here. A lot of damage is really kind of the focus, and a decent amount of crit chance. Crit chance isn't necessarily beneficial anymore because with Malak, crits can be counterproductive. But in this team, you still want to be able to hit hard because a lot of the things you want to take out, you don't want to take a lot of second shots. Now, in the case of our case with Starboy, as a for instance, he's got a very potent team in the fact that he can deliver some big hits with his level 6 Relic General Grievous. So that's what this team is designed to kind of defeat here. And you can see he's going to go quickly with BB-8 on that team. He's going to get a lot of shots right out the gate here. Very close to actually taking me out here, but that's okay. It's not necessarily the end of the world, because what will happen here is Padme will use her Cunning Plan ability, and that will add a lot of protection up, and that's where things start to turn around very quickly. Okay, so now you got that there. You don't want to take General Grievous' protection down, because that's when he starts to do things away. Now what you got here, though, is you can see all that courage on Ahsoka. She can do a lot here, maybe even one-shot General Grievous with Sway. Boom. So now you can see why this team's so effective. Now you can just work your way around the team. And you can see it goes fairly quickly at this point. There isn't much to deal with at this point. Boom, 1 minute, and Starboy is out of the equation. It's just a different lineup. Thing is, I think we're working towards a rock, paper, scissors meta, which is great. I think that's been needed for a very long time. I'm not as big of a spender as some people in the Shard. So I like to look for ways to use cunning and strategy to do what my wallet can't do. So that's the strategy right there. I just want to show you guys this. This will help you in your Grand Arena Championships. It'll help you in your it'll help you in your arena. If you decide to work on this team, you can see why it does fairly well. So I hope it helps you. I hope you keep enjoying the game. I think this has gotten better with relics. I think it's actually something that's been much needed in the game, and we're starting to see some benefits from that. So that's all I have for this video. Feel free to ask in Discord if you have any questions, or if you're in my guild, feel free to ask in line chat, and I'll try to go into a little bit more of the thought process here. But that's really all there is to it. So this is our Star Saber. Until next time, signing out.